There has to be this 7-year treaty signed with Israel, and the heavens are going to part, and the sun's going to rise and declare that the 7-year tribulation period started. And you know what, folks? It ain't going to happen that way. Most people will never know we're in it. And that's just how it is. That's why most people are caught unprepared. They're caught unprepared. They're shocked. They're surprised. Because they're still here. The church is waiting for some rapture to come and take them off the earth. This huge rapture. The Bible says it'll redeem first fruits of 144,000. It doesn't redeem anybody else. And so he will protect the Church of Philadelphia, but he protects them here on the earth. He's not bringing them up into heaven. The ones in heaven, the souls in heaven, the ones that come back are the ones who died, were persecuted. When he comes back to earth, the millennial reign, all those who are protected here on earth will be brought to Israel to be with him. And so, just the way the events are coming. And so, that's all I wanted to really get into tonight. Other than the fact of just warning and cautioning, so many people wasting so much time on these political elections coming up. And, which lizard's gonna win? That's all it comes down to. Even Mike Huckabee, Republican president, just affiliated himself with the CFR, the Council of Foreign Relations. So he would be another Jimmy Carter in the fact that he has no power of his own. He can't even appoint his own doorman. His party would do it for him because Jimmy Carter had absolutely no power. And neither would Mike Huckabee if he was given office. He's not one of the known Satanists in D.C. He's not been a part of their whole agenda. But now that he's affiliated with it, they've become his handlers. And so he would be like Jimmy Carter, just a pretty hands-off presidency, just a mouthpiece while they handle everything in the background. And so there is no candidate. Voting for evil is still evil, folks. The lizards are going to go at it anyway. You're going to have Obama and Hillary going at it. I really don't think anybody's going to put a Republican in office again simply because they were so betrayed by Bush. And so now we get to go swing back and be betrayed by the Democrats for a while. I don't waste my time on the politics. I already know from the Lord that there's just other things to spend time on. Hey, what happened with the interview on the Ledge on last Thursday? I wasn't on the Edge last Thursday. Reader wanting to know what happened to my interview with the Edge last Thursday. I wasn't on it. I haven't had any interviews lately. If you have a question, you can send it to the show at SherryTalkRadio at yahoo.com. I get into some of these. I know they've been building up in my box and building up and just not getting to them. A lot of people sending me YouTube videos and stuff like that on the Jesuits and the Serpent Seed and Cain and... Yeah, alright, well I'm not going to get into these tonight then. Just wanted to give you a heads up on some of the things I'm seeing in the codes. Give a heads up to those in Alabama. Spoil the scheme of the Democrats with Obama and Hillary. Let's see what they do now. And a warning about New York City, folks. And the coastlines. Get away from them. Get away. And even those in Japan. I don't know what's happening with Japan. I warned about Japan 2 years ago. Put out a warning for Japan. And now they're hitting the codes all the time, so something's coming up with Japan. Something's coming up with Maine. And I just see Maine all the time. It's just one of those things that I just don't really dig in because I know what's controlling a lot of Maine up there. And anything that happens is going to be a direct judgment from God. Because it's becoming such a huge lizard base for the lizards. And so maybe one of these days if it really sticks out at me, I'll look at something on it. Either way, New York City, I'll put that in a timeline of when New York City is destroyed. New York City will be destroyed right around the time, the middle part of the tribulation period. Maitreya is here. He's consolidating his power as he's gonna put together this 10-nation confederacy. This is Arab 10-nation thing. And America is going to become victim to this. We're either going to be rolled over by it, or we just give them the rule of our country. But it becomes totally, it's right there at the middle of the tribulation period. somewhere like right before he arrives or right after he arrives, somewhere in the middle. Question from a listener: how come no people pay attention and realize the chemtrails spraying constantly? Are they all just zombies? Well, you know what? You get these weathermen on TV that tell them, oh, those are just contrails, you conspiracy theorists don't know what they're talking about. Well, that's what they do in Cleveland. And so people don't pay attention to it. They go back and put their heads in the sand. Okay, I'm not seeing planes purposely flying back and forth all day long, spraying chemtrails over my head. A plane that's spraying contrails, folks, ends up at the airport. You know, they fly over your head on the way to the airport. They don't crisscross your skies all day long dumping chemicals on top of you. Do you think it is already making people ill? Well, of course it is. It's killing people. I have a whole website on chemtrails at chemtrailagenda.com. Designed to make you sick. Has various reasons. It's like 101 uses of chemtrails. But if you have a problem with chemtrails, you're not orgoning your area, because orgone will keep chemtrails off your head. And so if you want to keep chemtrails away from your area, then you need to saturate it with orgone blasters, and we have those at orgoneblasters.com. You can make your own. I don't really even have to deal with chemtrails that much on this show anymore, because people have just orgoned their areas, and they no longer have to deal with chemtrails. And that's the whole thing, folks. We need to get our areas orgoned. We need to get it across the country, especially if you live in one of those middle states that I've just rattled off. Because these states, any area that has orgone in it will become a protection area, become a safe haven for people to live in. Because we have several of these alien and demonic invasions coming, and they'll be here. We're going to have a lot of invasions coming, and the orgone will kill them instantly. It will take some time to kill them, but they won't even go into an orgoned area. And so these orgoned areas are going to become safe havens for people to flee to and survive, that the aliens won't go to. And so if you don't want aliens as neighbors or attacking and eating your neighbors, then you need to orgone your whole neighborhood, your whole city, your town, your state. I personally know warriors that would have gotten about half their states. There's warriors out there doing all the work, but don't count on them getting the area you're heading into, where you want to go to. Get out there and get it done yourself. I'm too watched by them. I'm under surveillance 24 hours 7. They listen to everything I say and read everything I write. And so warriors need to just stand up and get this middle part of America with the orgone, so that we can establish safe havens for the Lord people to run, so people, period, can run to them. Because if we're as far along in the tribulation period as I think we are, the second half would start next year, June of next year would start the second half. And so look at how much still has to happen in the first half. And so something to think about, something to get busy about. Just ask the Lord to lead you and guide you if it's something He wants you to do. Don't take my word for it, ask Him. Take it to Him, ask Him. Anyway, folks, I think I've spoken long enough tonight. Next week I'm going to talk more about Revelation 18 and 17. And we're going to get into the second half of the tribulation period and what's going to be happening. Try to give you a timeline of events and some more specific information at that time. But we'll have to look forward to for the second half of the tribulation period. Until then, next week, everybody, God bless.